Jennifer.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Are you from this area?
No.
Where are you from?
Moreno Valley.
And what brought you to this area?
Well, it's a lot less cold. A lot less cold. At night, without a roof in Moreno Valley, it feels like it's about 45, but it says on the little weather app it's like 50 something, but it feels way, way, way colder.
And so, like, what's your current situation right now?
Homeless on the street with my husband. Yeah. We also came out here because I want to try to pursue my singing. And I know that there's like this street sort of fest that comes every Thursday or something, and I've seen people playing the violin. I've seen, you know, people singing just with a microphone in their phone and a little speaker. You know, that's something that I'm really interested in because I've wanted to do that my whole life.
And so, are you like battling any kind of addictions or anything out here on the street? Because I know, like, living on the street, a lot of people have struggles with that. Like your husband, he has his struggles. Do you have any struggles with that?
Yeah, I also suffer from dual diagnosis. Like, you know, I was diagnosed with PTSD, borderline personality disorder, that or bipolar, reoccurring major depression, OCD, anxiety.
Did something happen in your past that made you, have PTSD?
Oh yeah, recent and from childhood.
Is there anything that you want to talk about that you want, comfortable with talking about?
So the only difference between, then and now is, there's no safe place for me to go to if that happens. I can't just go cry in my room or tell my mom, or not that I really did tell my mom when it happened to me when I was younger. I didn't end up telling her that I was sexually assaulted until I was already an adult, and it didn't really matter anymore, as in, like, we couldn't do anything. The first time I ever had sex, it was non-consensual, and that really scarred me. But I ended up making it my choice to give my virginity, if I had been able to do that, to my husband. We've been together for 7 years. We've been married for about 4. We have a daughter. We miss her more than anything. My mom adopted her this year. That's not what we wanted. My mom's kind of, it's hard for me to talk about because one part of me wants to put the blame on her for us being out here, and the other part can't, because that's still my mom, and she is taking care of my kid no matter what. At the end of the day, she's making sure my kid's alive,
Right.
happy, fed, going to school, and of course we wanted to be the ones to be driving her to school. We wanted to be the ones to do everything, but it's just not what happened.
And so, like, if she was to see this one day, your mom, is there anything that you, want to say to her, say to your mom, anything that you want them to know?
If you were to see this in the future, I would really, really want her to know how much I love her and I miss her. I think about her every day. I talk about her with my husband every day. I have pictures and videos, but it's just not the same. And I'm scared that she's just gonna think that, her and her daddy chose to be out on the streets over being her parents. That's not even, it's so far from the truth. CPS, when they get involved when they shouldn't, when there's no need, and it's just a manipulation tactic for money. you know, my half-brother manipulated my mom into kicking me and Jose out of the house after he gave me a concussion. He's a 12-year Army vet. He's 12 years older than me. He's like 6 foot. You know, he's like twice my size. Especially now, I've lost so much weight. I weigh less than, I mean, I used to weigh 300 pounds when I was living under the roof, you know, and I don't even know how much I weigh now. But there's no way I could have fought him off, you know? And my mom decided to kick me and Jose out of the house instead of my brother. And I just don't know how to forgive her, but I understand, you know, he had a steady income. But I just would want my daughter to know that I tried so hard. You know, I went to rehab last year, and you know, I was living in a sober living, and I had a job, and I was doing everything that I was told to do in order to get her back, and it still didn't matter. And me and her papa love her so much. We love her so much, and we could have done things differently. We would have made sure that we moved out of the house before my mom moved back into the house. You know, it was just really hard during COVID to be able to move out. Nobody accepted the pandemic unemployment assistance as income to move into an apartment. And to my mom, you know, she saw this. I would say I understand, you know, everybody makes decisions based on what they think is the best out of all possible outcomes, you know. And I miss her, you know, and I love her, and I appreciate everything she's doing. And I just wish I could just come home. I just want to come home. And I'm sorry for always arguing with her, you know. I'm sorry for that. I had my demons, you know.
And so, like, being a woman out here, being homeless, is it dangerous?
I've been in the most nightmarish situations possible. I didn't even think could ever happen to a human being. I thought it was just movie kind of things, you know, like stuff you'd see in horror movies. I've been held hostage by men. I have been beaten. I've been robbed at gunpoint. I've been all of those things combined in one 24-hour period. I've been threatened. I've been told that my whole family was going to be murdered, that my daughter was murdered. Just really awful things. And when he goes to jail, I have no protection out here at all. And this last time he was in jail, a man had found our wallet that we share, had all of our identification cards, and he stole it. And he lured me to go with him to give it back to me because he said he had all of those cards, you know, and it's so hard for us to be able to have all those cards and to go get them replaced. They have, you know, those vouchers and stuff, but, you know, transportation is just, it was right there, you know, and he said I could wait outside of his apartment, and that's not what happened. And he ended up hitting me in the jaw and told me that as payment, I needed to give him, do a sexual favor for him, and I refused, and that's why he hit me, and he held me hostage for 24 hours, and I did not call the cops because he told me he would kill me, and I believed him, because why would I believe he would lie? If he's able to do that to a woman, to hit them and keep them hostage, what else is he capable of? And I didn't want him to do anything to me further. I didn't want him to hurt my family. But I didn't call the cops, you know, and when he got out of jail, he couldn't do anything about it because he doesn't want to go back. Leaving me alone out here is a nightmare. I don't know, sometimes, I don't know if I'm going to die just by pissing someone off. I don't know if, you know, I try to be as nice and respectful as possible every single day, you know. Sometimes it's dangerous even because sometimes I have to steal food, sometimes I have to steal clothes, you know, just to be presentable. Nobody likes to see a dirty beggar out on the street, you know, so I have to do what I have to do in order to survive and somewhat thrive, you know. But it's easier with him because we have each other. But there's always that possibility 24/7 that we could be ripped apart just so simply by the law. And so we're always living in fear, always.
If there's anybody that sees this and has some help for you, donation, a job, rehab, do you have any contact information? Any social media, email, anything?
I have my email. It's jenniferlynl@gmail.com. Jennifer is spelled like Jennifer. Then the next is Lynn, Lynn. So it's ljenniferlynl@gmail.com.